Good morning, and wake up, wake up, wake up. It's your boy, Vincent E. Gray with Be Invincible. I have your morning motivational snackable. Now, you may be asking yourself, what are motivational snackables? They're words of wisdom to help you win in life. So before we get ready to jump into our conversation, I want to make sure that you have your school supplies. Go get your pen, go get your notebook, or open up your note apps. I'm going to grace you with some good game on the day. I'm really talking to teachers and parents and students today, but you can eavesdrop in on the conversation. All right, we want to start now. I remember when I first started teaching. Yep, that was some years ago. And I always, for the first 10 years, I came into the classroom, I stood in front of my students, and I told them, if you're going to be successful in this class, this year, and in life, you need a pair of Nikes. Nike. You need a pair of Nikes. And these was the Nikes that I showed them. This was years ago. You need a pair of Nikes. Some students, they laughed. Some students were confused, but I was serious. You need a pair of Nikes. And I was letting them know, I'm not talking about a pair of gym shoes. I'm talking about a mindset. Because when you look at the word Nike, the words for Nike is N-I-K-E. N-I-K-E, which stand for never ignore kids' education. That's what Nike stand for. Never ignore kids' education. And that's what I was telling my students. I said, if you're going to be successful in this classroom, you cannot ignore your education. So when I tell you, I want you to read 10 pages of Hakeem Mutabuti, his book, Black Men, and you say you're doing too much, you're ignoring your education. When I tell you to read 20 pages of John Bryant, his book, and you say, Mr. Gray, you're doing too much, you're ignoring your education. And when I tell you I need you to write a 5-page paper with annotations on the new Jim Crow, and when you say, Mr. Gray, you are doing too much, you are ignoring your education. And I will tell my students, don't you know that you had ancestors who was picking cotton, picking cotton so that you will pick colleges? No, don't you know that they was water hosing them down with water hosing African Americans down with water so that you can stay dry and go to school for wisdom. And every time you neglect to read, I'm serious, every time you neglect to read, you dishonor your ancestors and you dishonor your future. So what I had the parents to do, I had my students to come in along with their parents. And I said, we're going to sign this contract, not so much of a contract, but it's a confession. And the confession is that in this classroom that we will not ignore learning. We will not ignore our students, and we will not ignore growth. That's what I told them. And so today, I just want to celebrate an individual who got me into education. And his name is Dr.Jawanza Kunjufu. And this was the book that forever changed my life. It was a book called Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys. He made one statement my freshman year on the college campus, and he said, what you see in a child is what you produce in a child. Ooh, out of a child. What you see in a child is what you produce out of a child. And I just want to say thank you, Jawanza Kunjufu. He was the first one who told America that we're building prisons based on 4th grade reading scores. He said, if we can teach children how to read, we can keep them out of jail. So, Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, I just want to say thank you for your contribution to African Americans and parents, teachers, principals, administrators, individuals who connect with children and interact with children. Make sure that they have a pair of Nikes. Nike. Never ignore kids' education, because life without education is voluntary slavery. Woo! Thank you, Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, for your contributions to African American success. As always, never let what your eyes see determine what your heart believes. Don't enjoy your day. Make sure that your day enjoy you, because today is a non-refundable day. All right, I'm about to say it. Come on, say it with me. Go get it. Go get it.